Hi everybody, in this video I am going to discuss concept of file-oriented programming using Python. We know the file is a logical record that are stored in secondary memory. Before I am going to discuss the file-oriented programming, first of all we have to know console-oriented programming. Console-oriented programming mean the programming where we use keyboard and monitor. Keyboard is the basic input device and we need to take the data from the keyboard, and input method is used to take the data from the keyboard and store inside the RAM. Suppose I am going to store A, B and calculate the result of A, B. So A is a variable, suppose 20, B is another variable 30. We need to take the data from the keyboard and store inside A and B variable. And we need another variable C. We need to add this A and B with the help of CPU and we will get the result as 50. Then we will display the result to the monitor. This is the input device and this is basic output device. This is monitor and we will print function. So these are basic input, output, input and print. But this is known as console-oriented programming, as keyboard and monitor use and RAM is volatile. So we lost the data when you close the program. So we need file-oriented programming. File will help to store the data from RAM to the secondary memory. So this is the secondary memory and this is the secondary memory and this is the file name. The name of the file is suppose abcd.txt and there is a file object f that will store the content from RAM to the file, and we use write, that is f.write. We will write A, then if we write B and then f.write C. Then data ABC will transfer to the secondary memory ABC, the values of ABC, that is 20, 30 and 50. And if we want to display the values, then there is a read method, f.read and f.read. Read method will read all the content from the secondary memory to main memory and then it will display to the monitor. And this is the input method for writing purposes, and this is the file for opening the file for reading purposes. And this is the console-oriented programming, and overall is the file-oriented programming. So main concept is to store the data from the keyboard to RAM and then RAM to the secondary memory. Then this is the writing process. There are different write method, write line, write lines. And then we need to open the same file for reading only. Then we will fetch the data from secondary memory to main memory, then display into the monitor that using print function.